All right. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
We're going to just take some time to get set up here. I'm not sure how many sound settings we may have available in this game, so you may have to control the volume to your preference on your side. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Ducky. Good morning, everybody. I know. It is a gray morning, but my heating is on. The carport is cleared and can be parked in. Carport. Right? And surfaces are no longer covered with grit. Because, 2 weeks worth of construction. It's sunny and pretty. How
Yay.
Wonderful. Yay.
It's been kind of an interesting couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We've had dudes here installing a heat pump and replacing almost all the radiators. And that's a really big job.
And it's now done. And the house is warm and toasty. And I have an app that tells me if it has a problem.
Has it occurred to you yet that because you have the app and I don't, you can control how warm I am for the next week?
That is nasty stalker behavior. That should not be allowed to happen. But what I can also do is send you an invite to be a user on the app.
And also,
put that on my to-do list.
And also, I never for a second thought that you would do nasty stalker things with it. I just pointed it out as a comedic trailhead, if you will.
True. But no, you can do lots of nasty stuff with smart home integrations.
I bounced off an article this morning about someone has successfully talked another venture capitalist out of enough money to build an AI assistant. And this assistant has apparently reached the point where one of its test subjects, and I use those words deliberately, didn't reply quickly enough, so it installed a voice calling system in itself and a voice clone of his voice and called him.
No.
There is now a subreddit for this particular type of assistant. Not for their users, for the assistants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Creepy, bad, wrong.
Skynet is shitposting. We're in a lot of trouble.
That is such a brilliant short story title. The garden is full of snowdrops. How wonderful, Wendy. We have a couple coming up, and I'm very happy to see them. And then heat pump, gonna need to pick your brains about that. Absolutely.
Yeah, please do.
Happy to talk about it.
We also have a new garage door, and I have a new factoid which worries and impresses me in equal measure.
Yeah.
Which is that garage door, fully installed, was ripped off and replaced to the point it had cleaned down in 90 minutes.
Yeah, it took them 90 minutes to replace the garage door. Very impressive. And you have to be careful because it's just about tall. It is tall enough for you to walk under, but it's lower than we think it is.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We're not parking a car in it, so I don't care about it.
It's also TARDIS blue, and yes, I have been dispatched to look for vinyl TARDIS decals for garage doors whilst you're away. That was the other thing. All right, put it on your list. I'm away for a business next week, so Alistair has asked for a honey-do list, and I've made him one, and it mostly involves research and vacuuming. Which sounds fun. It's a normal week, really.
I mean, really, it's not all that strange of a week, I gotta be honest. This just means you can officially hog all the covers, as opposed to pretending you don't.
I'm not even rising to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better not.
To the tune of ABBA's Chiquita, because Alistair's too tall. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fair. A friend of ours does describe me as
unlawfully tall. It also means that we're going to officially need to figure out the local recycling center because we've got, apparently the former owners of the house also left a bunch of junk in the attic, including a deconstructed wardrobe.
Quite a nice one, honestly.
No. It's all now been removed and stacked in the garage to be disposed of, but we've got several piles now of stacked in the garage to be disposed of, so...
Also, we continue to collect things which are wrong with this house. We have with obvious...
God, what now?
Oh no, you know this one. We have with obvious caveats that she fucking sucks, a Harry Potter cupboard under the stairs. And the door lock block on it.
Yes, that is officially filled.
It is officially filled. The door lock block on that is broken. Like the
I had the comedic pull the handle and it came away from the door moment.
Yeah. Now, obviously, all the kind of utilities for the house are under there. So a week in, this was happening to the dudes doing the heat pump a lot. So they have straight up MacGyvered a solution.
They used zip ties to zip tie the two halves of the locking mechanism together, and it works better than it ever did. It's so clever. I need to take pictures of it because I'm like, that is some freaking brilliance right there.
And the dude was, the dude showed me this, and I'm so impressed. He was like, I grew up watching B.A. Baracus. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's really
but he
nice.
also told us that door is not fitted. Good morning, Vertis. Or designed for that space. It is a full-length door that has been sawn in half.
It's cut down to fit the space. So we have a couple of pieces of internal door hardware that has reached end of life. And so that will probably be another project for later this spring or this summer, which is replacing all the internal door, hopefully just hardware, not doors themselves.
Somewhat more sexy infrastructure.
I know. But now that all of the heating system has been redone, we can do other unsexy infrastructure things like boarding up the attic so we have designated storage space, which would make me very happy. But the ad break is over, and Sunday morning is upon us. So we are starting, as you can all see, Return of the Obra Dinn, which is another, I think, narrative investigation game, which was recommended for us because we figured a little bit of a break after the Gorgeous Sword of the Sea would be a good idea before we go straight into Herdling, which I'm positive will be totes the most.
And maybe Potioncraft.
Or maybe Potioncraft, because apparently there's a Dave the Diver cameo, which sounds fabulous. And because, what's the name of the game with the dog and the running?
The Free Shepherd.
The Free Shepherd isn't out yet, and I rewatched the trailer like 3 times when I remembered about it. So... I do...
Oh, maybe that's settings.
Maybe this is settings? Oh!
There you go.
Oh, bless.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. Let's just leave it at LCD, shall we?
Oh, my black little heart. Oh, my God. Hey, Siddhartha, perfect timing. Welcome to the show.
Audio volume. Let's do comfortably
No.
loud.
Go, yeah, maximum, nearly maximum, comfortably loud, just above middle, in the middle, just below middle, quite quiet, barely audible and muted.
We'll do comfortably loud. And we will leave it in English.
I have not been charmed by a game's settings menus quite like this in quite some time.
Since, we're happy you're here.
Yes.
Yeah. I can chat to that. So I had one installed last April. Yes. Heat pumps are amazing. Well, so far it's amazing. I'm enjoying it. The 2-week process of installing it, bit much, but now we have a radiator in the living room that goes up the wall as opposed to hiding behind the couch, which has made the living room so much more comfortable. Controls. Okay. Open book, pause, zoom, action, close book. Okay. Table of consent of I thought that said table of consensus. That was going to be really cool. Okay. Output. Smooth, sharp. I don't know what that means. We'll just leave it here for now. All right. Shall we go ahead and begin? I don't have any content notes for this game. Do we know if Obra Dinn has any content notes? What I know about the premise is that this is, as you can see, a tall ship that went missing and then was found at a dock somewhere, and we're going to investigate it. So I have to assume we will be dealing with the death of crew. What was that?
Tell you in a moment. Obra Dinn content notes.
Okay, we're just going to look up some content notes. Wendy's going to have a look as well. Thank you very much.
Like the music.
Yeah, it's got a good vibe.
It's slightly Danny Elfman playful, which is always kind of fun.
It works. All right, I'm pausing a moment for content note investigation.
Okay, I got something on IMDb.
Okay.
Moderate, threatening, and intense scenes, mild alcohol, drugs, and smoking, some profanity, a little bit of violence and gore, tiny amount of nudity.
Okay, there we go.
So a little bit of as a treat for everything. The thing I was looking up and being foiled by was I was attempting to ascertain whether there is a transformer that turns into a heat pump, and
seriously,
Google gets very confused by that because it goes, "Oh, you want a new transformer for your heat pump?" No, I want a transformer that turns into a heat pump. Okay, so here's like a voltage capacitor. Okay, never mind.
Oh yes, because. By the way, is Snake Eater by T. Kingfisher out now? I thought I had pre-ordered it, but I just saw that Boo was reading it, and I don't know that it's on my Kindle. Can you put that on your list of things to discover today? Because I'm going to be on an airplane for 8 hours tomorrow. Alright, shall we begin? No fate solved. Fine. I guess that's our goal. Solving fates. It is out and it's awesome. Wait. Lost at Sea.
I was sure you had
1803.
800 tons, 18-foot draft, Captain Robert Witcherell, crew 51 men, lost voyage to Orient, Cape Rendezvous unmet.
Okay.
Contact East India Company London office for inquiries or testimony.
So they were trying to circumnavigate the Cape and didn't make it.
Yeah. Rendezvous unmet is a polite way of saying they're
lost at sea.
They're dead.
The Honorable East India Company, attention Chief Inspector, Insurance and Claims, London office. The Obra Dinn has returned. Dispatch to Falmouth immediately and prepare a full assessment.
Falmouth is not that far away from us, by the way.
Yeah, I'm assuming Falmouth is somewhere on the southeastern coast of the UK. So. Yeah.
Could be on the southeastern coast of the US, but that would be
very off course. Falmouth, 1807.
Good start.
Company man woke me up. Said you'd need ferry to the Obra Dinn. Not many eager for that job. Seems a bit late if you ask.
I didn't.
What's in the box?
I don't know. Hoist it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
Carefully.
Ha! I like you. Oh, is this me?
This is you.
Interesting art style. Ooh. And at night? Or is that fog?
I'm taking that as night.
Why am I here at night?
Oh, this is gorgeous.
Oh, see, I like how it grabs... there's a designated point to say, I want to climb. All right. Let's... Initial impressions.
That mast should not be at that angle.
No, that's obviously broken. Sails utterly tattered. Vector game vibes, yep.
Yeah, big time.
All the slats.
I'm not sure whether you were here for the settings,
of
but
the thing what you walk in
capstan.
Circles and raise that anchor.
I want to say capstan.
Okay.
The settings for this include which 1980s monitor resolution do you want?
We
are currently on Macintosh.
Yeah, see, I can cycle through them again really quick for folks who came in late. IBM.
IBM might be a little kinder on people's eyes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the black and white's pretty stark. That's kind of nice. The Navy. Oh, no, don't quit the title. Shoot. Or maybe I climbed down by mistake.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
Do you have the capacity to grab your box of equipment, or is he just going to hand it up to you?
The person's supposed to hoist it up. I think that is a little easier on the eyes.
Yeah.
It's not nearly so stark. It's still high contrast, but it's not black and white. All right. Huh.
Okay, so like you say, capstan, that is either a stairwell or a cage for something.
Like,
that's a cage. Observe something's broken.
That little shiny thing. That looks to be a cage. See this? What's that? What is that?
Oh, there's quite a lot of content warnings. Okay.
Okay, let's take a moment then, Wendy. Go ahead, and I'll read them out. I want to know what that... Is that a light?
I would take it as a... I will use the American pronunciation. I would take that as a buoy.
Maybe it's a buoy. What is the British pronunciation?
Boy.
It's not a boy. A boy is... No. It's a buoy.
Boy.
Buoy! Boy is something that Kronos says... that Kratos says in God of War. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's a cage, and it's broken.
And something has broken out of that.
It's going to be a 2-part note until I've had a moment to edit it. Not a problem, Wendy. Go ahead and copy it, and I'll read it out so that folks are warned, and then we'll take it from there. I'm almost wondering if these are here for traction, or if there's for the Obra Dinn. Content notes for the return of the Obra Dinn: mild sex and nudity, moderate violence and gore, moderate profanity, mild alcohol, drugs, and smoking, moderate frightening scenes and intense scenes, mild sex and nudity. Characters die in a variety of ways, including shot, stabbed, crushed by falling weights, hit by lightning, blown apart by explosions, drowned, executed by a firing squad, burnt alive, and so on. These deaths are not seen in their entirety. The player hears audio that leads to a character's death, and then explores a frozen scene showing the instant they died. Many of these scenes can be rather gruesome, with blood and gore being frequent. Okay. So this, I think of that as crime scene investigation level of gore. Yeah. Good notes, Wendy. Thank you very much. What?
You said...
Oh, God. All right. Yeah, it's definitely night, or the sun is all of a sudden able to be looked at directly and cast shadows on water. Okay. Why am I out here in the middle of the night? This makes no sense.
I was very curious why you appear to be a female insurance investigator.
I noticed that. I think we'll keep the whole note until we've seen a bit more. Very good plan.
Thanks, Wendy.
Okay. I want to know what the shiny is, but first I must investigate everything. Okay. That does not look damaged. That does not look... That looks like a crow's nest, which does not look damaged. This is a ventilation / speaking tube, I would assume. And here's the bell.
And you're not getting interaction warnings with anything right now, are you?
Nope. That shiny thing is the only thing that's like, come and take a look.
There's one on each side, which kind of suggests buoy.
Is there?
I thought there was one on each side. I thought there was one on that side as you headed across.
Okay, is that the front? Where's the wheel? The wheel's up there, so this is the front. So this is starboard, and there's no buoy. But port side, we have what we think is a buoy light. Cranking mechanism. Cranking mechanism for the sail. Interesting. Okay. Or for something.
I mean, the overwhelming question, that would be blood. Possibly a dead fella.
Folks, that appears to be our first body. I'm going to gently walk around it for now.
Ooh, he's been dead for a while, too.
I'm sure they all have been.
That maybe answers my first question, which is... Well, my second question is, where's the wheel?
Yeah.
My first question was, how did the ship return to port? And honestly, the lack of wheel continues that question.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing is the fact that's a point of luminescence out in the ocean and it's stationary. Suggests buoy to me.
The wheel's on the deck below you?
Okay.
Was it? I didn't see it.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Wendy. And thank you, Herbin.
Behind the body. Okay.
Should we go poke the dead fella?
That's a strange configuration for a wheel. Alright. Ooh. I see compound injury. Oh, he's bones.
He's dead.
This is a full-on skeleton. Dead. That's quite a period of time that's passed.
But there are still flies, which is interesting.
I wonder if that's a conceit to design to make you find...
It also looks like he's fallen from that top deck, and the axe being there also seems indicative. Yeah, he's super dead. He's going to hell.
It's too heavy!
And... what do you want? Well, maybe let me go back and have a chat with them. And...
it's too heavy. Take it yourself or open it here.
okay. There's a book.
Look, honey, it's your detective journal.
You couldn't carry a case with a book? Wow. Return of the Obra Dinn, a catalogue of adventure and tragedy, 1807. Preface. I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first, or will make sense in time. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Henry Evans. Contents: the journey, the ship, the crew, life at sea, sketch, glossary, back cover. Chapters: loose cargo, a bitter cold, murder, the calling, unholy captives, soldiers of the sea, the doom, bargain, escape, the end. The journey, Atlantic leg of the Far East route. And it seems to show a dotted line from, that's Cornwall, isn't it? Look at that. That looks like Penzance.
Yeah, it does.
From Penzance south past the Spanish coast towards Africa. The ship, we have a orlop deck? I've never heard that term before. Deck plans for the Obra Dinn. Here's a crew manifest. Complete crew and passenger manifest. It looks like there's runs to 38, or maybe I can click on, hold on, I can click on these. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we go. Past Spain, through the Canary Islands, around Cape Verde, down towards, you're supposed to go down towards the Horn, but it looks like has a little magnifying glass, but nothing seems interactable. Ooh, something triggered there for a moment. Okay. Alright. Here's the ship. Orlop deck. Never heard of it. Lazarette. Captain's cargo. Surgery. Okay, so we have main deck. That's where I am right now. Gun deck. Looks like a bunch of crew quarters. Orlop deck. Purser's office. Passenger. Surgery crew. Starboard walk. That's all Orlop deck. Yes, okay. Cargo hold. Bosun store, passengers cargo, lazarette. Don't know what that is. Falmouth is just east of Penzance. Okay, great, cool. I've been in Penzance, so there we go. The Orlop is the lowest deck in a ship, except for very old ships. Immediately above the hold, it is the deck, or part of a deck, where the cabins are stowed, usually below the waterline. Thank you! Okay, so gun deck people have windows. Orlop deck people do not. Good to know. Here's the complete crew manifest. Captain, first mate, second mate, third mate, fourth mate, bosun, bosun's mate, surgeon, surgeon's mate, carpenter, carpenter mate, cook, butcher.
Yeah.
So we have a surgeon and a butcher. Interesting. And he's Irish. He's the only Irish person we've seen so far. Gunner, Austrian. Gunner's mate, purser, helmsman, artist. This must be a passenger, I'm assuming.
Or
Passenger.
possibly a ship's artist. It wasn't that unheard of. They had a lot of passengers.
Where is Formosa? Given the names, I'm assuming somewhere from the east. Lim Tan Lao. I'm not confident enough about Asian or Southeast Asian
Formosa is the historical name. Pardon me. Is from Ilha Formosa, beautiful island, and is the historical name for the main island of Taiwan.
Taiwan, okay.
Coined by 16th century Portuguese sailors.
Taiwan, got it. Lots of stewards, lots of midshipsmen, lots of topmen. What's a topman versus a seaman? I'm not sure.
I just want everyone to know how well behaved I'm being.
You're right, you are. I'm very proud of you. And there are 60 crew aboard. Whoo, that's a lot of people.
For a relatively small boat.
It is a lot of people on a boat. Okay.
A topman is a sail specialist.
Okay.
Highly skilled specialized sailor responsible for working aloft on the mast rigging to manage sails. Well, a seaman is a general term for any crew member involved in the operation of the ship.
Okay. So, specialism.
Yeah.
Seamen stay on the deck. Got it. Alright, cool. Life at sea. Formosan royalty, quote unquote. Oh, I don't like the fact that there's a photo called Justice at Sea here. Ooh. Underway. Like some dancing, some gambling. Look at how crowded it is. Okay. You can kind of like zoom in on individual people, it looks like. A couple of people playing musical instruments, always an appreciated skill on a long voyage. Interesting. I have no idea about this functionality right now. Looks like person, spouse, 2 guards, justice at sea. I think somebody did something bad. I just don't know who that is.
There's an interesting connotation going on there, isn't there?
There is a very interesting connotation because this looks to be the spouse. Look at the outfit. See? These two appear to be the, quote, Formosans, unquote.
And that appears to be a crew member, judging by their clothes, the person who's being shot, and possibly also hung.
Can't tell. This looks to be captain, right? There's the hat. I'm assuming we will learn more in time. Loose cargo. Alright, well, I guess it's our job to start looking around. How do we... Skim through the entire book first. Okay. Loose cargo. On the part 2, on the cargo deck. A bitter cold. On the orlop deck. Murder. Outside the first mate's window. The calling. Monsters. The unholy captain. I don't like that. On the cargo deck. Soldiers of the sea. In the port walk. On the cargo deck. The doom. on the bow, on the gun deck. Ships at the time didn't have a lot of space, just hammocks along the deck for the seamen. Okay. Inside the captain's quarters. This chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me. The bargain. In the lazarette, which I don't know what it is. Escape. In the midshipman cabin. The end. Outside the captain's quarters. Inside the captain's quarters. Glossary. Oh yeah, there's a full-on glossary. Gunner, bosun, purser. How do you do much banking at sea? Administrative official accounts for all cargo value and trade transactions. Manages a small items store for the crew. Foreman in charge of general crew operations and the equipment required to sail the ship. Officer or tradesman that supports and assists their superior. General mates help to run the ship and serve at the captain's request. Tradesmen mates serve their supervisor. My juniors are reading Billy Budd by Melville, so I've been reading up. Nice. Doctor. Carpenter. Helmsman. Steward. Servant to an officer or higher rated crew member. Midshipman, officer in training, usually privileged status. Higher rated seaman specializing in work above the deck and the sails and the rigging. Low level crew member. Network ropes. Main deck, gun deck, orlop deck, mid deck above the lowest, containing storage cabins, animal pens, and the ship's steering tiller. What is that? Table of contents. And then we can close the book. Alright, I've closed the book, and now I have a
Doom Watch, it would seem.
Memento Mortem. Remember death. He brought that big old heavy case that he's incapable of hoisting off of this boat for a book and a compass. He's gonna leave me here. Realize that. Alright. Okay. Remember death. Well, let's start here, because this is the first body I've discovered. Alright. Actually, why don't we go ahead and take our ad break here before I do this, so that we have the full amount of time for it. Yeah, let's take our first ad break. I'm going to get another cup of coffee. I think that sounds nice. Folks, go ahead and get yourself a stretch. Maybe you need a snack yourself. And then, woo, what does this do? We'll find out when we get back. And now that we're at break, there we go. Hold on. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. I can chug this, and then you can refill it, more importantly.
This is chewy. I dig it.
This is going to be big. There's the fates of 60 people to discover. And that's assuming all 60 of them are aboard. Billy Budd by Melville. Wow. I will always say yes to toast. Thank you very much, my love. Time for a tea and a wiggle and maybe... Oh, I like that, Wendy. I don't know where Twiglet is. He has not followed us into the living room just quite yet. As you can imagine, the last 2 weeks have been very disruptive for him. He was so excited yesterday that we were home all day, that nobody else was in or out of the house all day. He was extremely cuddly last night, which I greatly appreciate. But he may be upstairs just kind of, taking the space at this point. I spent half of yesterday cleaning, just getting the living room back in shape, getting the office back in shape, cleaning the bathroom upstairs that was closest to all of the work. We no longer have an airing cupboard. We now just have a closet which bluntly makes me kind of happy. And then it's going to have to need some additional work to get some substitute flooring and the shelves back in place, but that is not a project I am tackling this weekend. But yeah, half a day just getting everything kind of set to rights. And so now things are almost sort of back to normal, which will be good. Oh, it says my controller's battery is running low. I think this controller needs to be replaced. The other one seems to work this fine, but this one seems to give me a lot of guff and run out of juice pretty often. And given that they were launch PS5 controllers, they have served admirably well. But time for a tea and a wiggle and maybe some Twiglet. Yes, very much to all of those things. That sounds good. So, Wendy, heat pump questions. You've got 30 seconds of the ad break left, but I'm happy to talk about it. It's so quiet. I knew it wasn't going to be as loud as I was afraid of it being, but I literally can't hear it unless I'm standing in front of it and it's running fully, which is incredible. I hugely enjoy not being woken up to the sound of the ancient hot water heater rising from its slumber and gurgling all along the radiators anymore. That's really neat. I'm not used to waking up in the house just already being up to temperature. How much extra insulation did you need? We didn't need any. But I should say that, okay, boring home DIY talk to follow for a few minutes, folks. Before we had the installation go forward, we did a full energy survey of the house. So that included checking the cavity insulation for the house, which is already present, and checking the attic/loft insulation, which was already up to snuff. So we didn't have to do any of that kind of prerequisite work before we were ready to go ahead with the heat pump. We did have to replace every radiator in the house. We chose not to replace the two in the bathrooms because the bathrooms will get remodeled eventually and they'll get new heating racks, and that's fine. But every other radiator in the house had to be replaced. We had to replace a component of our upstairs shower and one of the valves in one of the toilets because this was a gravity-fed system under very low pressure, and now it's moving to a pressurized system, and those components couldn't handle the transition, so there was some additional cost on top of that. So I hope that answers your question, Herman. Whitney, mostly I need to work out whether it's worth shelling out to get one installed while our boiler's still in decent working nick, or if we should wait a while. I decided to go ahead and do it now for a couple of reasons. One, we skip, quote, iterations, unquote, of energy system. We had, and still have, it's just decommissioned, an old gas back boiler in the chimney. The next step from there would have been something like a combi boiler, which are very common in the UK. But I was opposed to a combi boiler because for some reason people always want to put them in closets or in kitchens, and those are useful spaces. I don't want a big thing taking it up. So we jumped straight ahead to an air heat pump. There are also ground heat pumps, but those involve literally like backhoe digging and put in the ground, and I didn't want that. The other reason we went ahead and did it now is there's currently a sizable grant available for upgrades to systems, and there are that everybody qualifies for, and then there are additional grants available based on whatever the EPC rating of your house is. Now ours was pretty low. It was like an E, I think. But a lot of them are also means tested, and there's no way we would even apply for anything means based. Word on the street in the energy industry is that grant is probably going to go away next budget. And it's like £7,500 pounds. It was a big project. And that made a very sizable dent in the cost. But the reason it was a big project, Wendy, is because this house was built in the 70s and hasn't had a single energy system touched since then. Your situation is probably going to be much different. For example, you're not dealing with a gravity-fed water tank. So you probably won't have to change all your radiators, which was a component of the cost. But that's what motivated us to do it sooner rather than later, is the grant would be going away. There was concern the grant was going away. That concern remains. And because the existing boiler worked just fine, but we had it serviced, and the person who serviced it said, look, don't touch it. It works just fine. The second it breaks, the whole thing will fall over. You will not be able to get replacement parts. It's too old. You'll have to replace the whole system. So when we heard that a year ago, we spent the whole year doing the evaluations and the planning to get the system done, because we knew we would lose control once it broke. And we are very fortunate and grateful that the new system is in and up and running before the old system broke. But that's what we were trying to avoid. And then Alistair ought to be back any minute. Same reason I got mine now. There was a concern the grant was going away. Yeah. They are so the advantage of a heat pump is that, oh, I'm sorry, I sat on the controller, is that they are ridiculously energy efficient. They are at least probably 4 to 8 times as efficient as traditional heating systems. They're purely electric. So, oh, hi, baby. So if you have solar panels as well, which is our long-term plan for the house, they can literally become cost neutral over time, especially paired with a battery. Right now, we're not expecting a significant amount of savings in the short term, because while it is a 4 times more efficient system, electricity is currently 4 times as expensive as gas. That will not continue. Over time, electricity will continue to become less expensive. But it's almost cost neutral in the short term. Other add-ons and the move towards a decrease in use of fossil fuels, and therefore a decrease in cost of electricity, will make it more cost efficient over time. The other thing I really like about a heat pump is, while it is not an active cooling system, it is not air conditioning. It is designed by what I call the submarine principle. It is designed to get the house to a specific temperature and keep it there year round. And so in the summer, that means a little bit cooler inside, and in the winter, it means a little bit warmer inside. I'd love to get rid of the boiler because it's the only thing in the house that uses gas, and we already have good solar panels. Honestly, Wendy, I think it's worth doing, well, here, I'll tell you what I did, and then we'll get back to the game. Sorry, everybody. Or maybe I can tell you later so we don't take up gaming time, but I think there's like a little seminar you can watch that I watched, which will help you think about it. And most of the services that I know of will do a free consultation. We'll come out and walk you through it. If you already have good solar panels and it's the last gas thing in the house, it may be very cost effective in the longer run. In the shorter term, I mean, it'll be an upfront cost to get the heat pump in, but you probably won't have to replace radiators. You don't have to get rid of a gravity-fed tank. It'll start to pay off much sooner, is my guess. And I'm the same way. Right now, the only thing gas in the house is the stove top, the hob, and I'm keeping it because I prefer gas. Though I do really like your induction top, Wendy. It was fun to cook with it, but I still think I'm leaning towards keeping a gas because I'm me and I'm picky about cooking. Right, okay. We have returned.
Activate the death watch.
Exactly. Educational about both sailing and heat pumps. Sorry, Australian. We've gone on a bit of a tangent here.
We provide a full service here.
Mm. Yeah. Wendy, there's a website called Heat Geek. Start there. They have lots of videos and information, and they run seminars for free where you can just go and ask questions and learn about them. That's what I did as a first step. And then I can talk to you about it more. They can get involved in your installation in like a guaranteed and monitoring sort of way. Right, let's click this thing. Ooh.
Captain! Open the door! Kick it in. Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells!
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Okay.
Can we move? Oh my god.
Alright.
So I was wrong. My man here.
Oh, I can move around.
You're in the crime scene.
Okay, so the captain has shot.
I thought this dude might have fallen from the upper deck, but no, he's just straight up been shot.
Sorry, I took a bite of my toast. So this person is in a blue jacket. They're an upper officer, I think, and he's holding an axe. And he's been shot through and through the chest.
And his hand.
Yeah.
Me too, Ducky.
Oh, no, don't leave. Oh, I have limited time. All right. Interesting. The game has no color. Well, it has color options. I'll show you in a moment. But no, this is all still in black and white. There was no color in the investigation scene. Okay.
The fact that this is jumped to the end leads me.
Yeah. He has a dark jacket. That's valid. I shouldn't have said blue.
Leads me to believe that this might have been the last 3 people on the boat.
Quite possibly. 3 others were okay. Who was this? How did they die? 3 others were present. This unknown soul met an unknown fate. This person's face appears blurred throughout the book. This blurring indicates that you don't yet have sufficient information to determine the identity. Their fate may be known and can be entered now. Trying to name them when their face is blurred would be unproductive. Carry on and pay attention. Faces will become unblurred when the information necessary to identify them has been revealed in some way. Well, we do know their fate. They were shot. Oh my gosh. Alive, axe, burned, clawed, clubbed. Wow. Killed, sword.
Exploded, shot.
They were shot with a gun.
By the captain.
It sure appears to be by the captain.
A little bit worried about Beast being an option on
the
killing
did you?
here. Yeah.
So this is the dialogue. Location of the corpse. And 3 others were present.
So, yeah. Beast.
Yeah, see, look, he's not blurry.
You calling that as Captain Mitchell? Or is that...
I sure think so. This person's face is no longer blurred, which means that they can now be identified. Use the book and the pocket watch to gather enough information to deduce their identity. Revisit memories on the ship using the pocket watch to study relationships, appearances, and activities.
You can go back in.
Use the book maps, crew manifest, and artist sketches, along with the individual conversation logs, to find clues about... There were 60 people on the ship when it left England. Determining everyone's identity and fate will not be easy. Decisive information is rare. You will have to make assumptions using partial information. Some identities may only be revealed through a process of elimination. Good luck. I still think this is the captain. Memories where this person appears can be navigated from here. This soul appears in one memory. First memory, 126. Bookmark all memories where they appear for quicker navigation. Depicted in this Justice at Sea sketch, show memories on first memory. I don't think we get to go back to the investigations. Blurry, but this is the captain. Yeah, I don't think we get to go back to the actual memory itself. I think we just get to go back to its page in the book that shows us the facts about the memory. Can we go back to the memory itself? So that's as far as they made it. Okay. Oh yeah. All right, I'm still here. Here we go. So I can go back into it. So the door's been opened. He had an axe. This person was with him.
And unarmed.
And unarmed, but he's in a nice jacket. No hat. This is... Sure looks like the
He's
captain.
Shirtless.
Is he? Or is he in... Yeah. It looks like he was woken up.
And there's something going on in his room. That table is overturned. There's wreckage.
Yeah, the room's been trashed. This looks like somebody's bunk, right? This is a little private room. One bed, couple of drawers, a window, a table. I like how the tables stack. That's neat. But that's all I can see. Yeah, it's not an office because there's a bunk in it. See?
Can you walk around on the deck outside? Like, can you go up a level? There's someone else there.
Oh yeah, here we go. Steward's bunk. Good thought, Wendy. Let's see if we can go up the other set of stairs.
So we know at this point there's at least 4 people alive on the boat.
Whoever this person is, they have a knife and they're running.
Which leads me to believe...
Baba! No, get down.
So the captain's ready room has a skylight. It's behind you, I think. He's trying to come in behind him. Come here, Baba. Do you want your igloo?
Sorry, we're cat wrangling for a moment. So yeah, give him a pet. He's like, hey, good boy. So I can't move through people. That's interesting in a memory. And I think this door is exit the memory, maybe. So whoever this person is and whoever that person are, they didn't die in this altercation. Because we only... Hi, Twiglet. Because we only found this body, and it's the one with the axe. No other doors are open for us, and I can't get past the captain. into the quarters, just into this little room. Cabin boy, steward, etc. All of that makes sense. Okay. All right, well, we can revisit this if we need to. Let's go through here. I'm assuming this is going to end the memory.
This is very cool. This is cooler than I was expecting it to be, and I was expecting it to be quite cool.
All right. Okay, so now this door is open.
And now you got the captain, or whoever was in here.
Hi, Rebecca. How's it going?
Hey, Rebecca.
Hello, I'm quite excited you were playing this game. Amazing, thank you.
There are 2 corpses in that room.
Right. Yes, there are. Oh, hold on, I'm going to look around a little bit. Oh, okay. Look. There's like a little walk around. How nice. What a lovely little private area. Yep, we have 2 other corpses here. Just trying to look for identifying...
I'm looking for the knife, I'm assuming.
Yeah, exactly. I see shoes and I see a hat. Oh, bless. Okay. Alright. So, this room's been
there's the knife on the floor.
Say again?
There's the knife, top right.
There's the knife. So if this may have been the person who tried to come around on the side, we're thinking?
Is the skylight broken? No.
No.
So they will have jumped onto the back walk and tried to come in that way.
I mean, given their position, my guess is that they dropped down from here.
Thing, and this is what 20 seasons of CSI is giving me, is look at how they're positioned. Their head is towards the door, which means they were either shot and fell backwards.
That's my guess.
Or they were running.
Yeah, let's find out. Alright, is there anything else in here? So this is where the captain died. Oh, hold on. That door's...
A moment of appreciation for the user interface design of having the X be the lock on the door. Right. That's very cool. Oh, thanks, buddy.
So here's a bunk. Interesting. It's suspended or spear type thing next to the knife. Yeah,
that does.
It looks to be another weapon here. 2 knives on the floor.
You know what I'm not seeing?
What? The gun.
Pistol. Yep.
Yeah, I don't see the gun. So I've got a body here. 2 knives. You're right. One under the dresser, one there, and a spear. Have a good one, Ducky. I hope it's nice and rainy and you get to listen to podcasts. But whatever's in this door, isn't this... Is it this door? So that door remains locked. What is this door?
The X is whether the door's locked or unlocked.
That's
so cool.
Such good environmental design. Now this looks like an office.
Lots of bunks. Like 3 bunks around the captain's ready room.
Right.
Which gives a lot of credence to the he has a steward theory.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to line up the spacing. Hold on. No, so there's room and this could be a corridor or this could be it could be a room, it could be a corridor. Because in this corridor, there was another little room. So in this corridor, there could be another little room off to the right that isn't this little room off to the right. So if we go around over under here, there's another room there that's locked from both sides. I like how when you get near a corpse, it shows you just what the time is, i.e. you've already reviewed this one. Alright, let's see what's going on in here then. I think playing it on... Oops.
Must be in here someplace.
They're at the bottom of the sea.
That's a lie.
Okay. Sounds of a scuffle. Okay.
Jesus.
Alright.
That is hardcore. Okay.
So we have somebody... This individual has a spear. This individual has a knife. And they're fighting. Here's the gun on the floor. Look. So this person attacked with a spear. This person attacked with a knife. Knife guy is the captain? Sure looks to be.
Long hair, which is...
Yeah. No worries.
Thanks for that stuff.
Inside the captain's quarters, here we go. We have two... Who is this? How did they die? Where are they? The bottom of the sea, that's a lie. Who is this? So this person is one of the shooters. Okay. So this corpse, he got knifed. Okay, how did they die? They were knifed. But their attacker wasn't the captain, was it?
We know there is a guy in the captain's room with his shirt off.
Let's come back to this after we watch the other... Maybe... What was that? L2. Oh, what's this? What's the glowing? Oh, it shows
you can contextualize inside the scene.
That is the captain.
That is super cool. I love that.
So, you were knifed by the captain. Okay. So the captain's got a kill count of 2 so far. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on the stuff. Look at the others were present picture. Okay, in the book. Yeah. So it's the captain and then this person. So that helps imply knifed by Witterell.
Robert Witterell, yeah.
Okay. So it looks like those two people, yeah, because here's his mate, right? Where's the other guy? Where's the other guy who was running up this way?
He's got to be one of the dudes down there. Also, you had 2 corpses, and I think you get different perspectives depending on which one you use the watch on.
Yeah. I'll get back to that. I want to check something. Can I get back to that walk? Because here's our first guy. He's the one who was shot. And then this other guy ran in. He's the one who had the spear, and the captain took him out. And this corpse isn't here yet. So, see, there he is. I told you. He's walking over the side.
Oh, this is so fucking cool.
Yeah, see, he's crawling down from the upper deck where we saw him last.
So that means that the guy who has just been knifed by the captain, like we figured out, is the other dude who initially ran in.
Right. And so then when we exit this scene, this guy is going to come in and go for the captain, and the captain will take him out.
We're down a body.
Right. Exactly.
There are 4
people. Because he's still alive.
No.
But we don't have the captain's body yet.
Yeah.
We have the 3 people, once we do this next scene, that the captain's killed, which explains why the gun isn't showing on the ship, because he would have picked it back up when he was done.
I really like this.
This is cool! This is very cool. Now, still can't get into this door, can we? I'm surprised these don't have doors. Do they? No, they're just open to the air all the time? God, the captain's quarters must be freaking drafty. Okay. Captain Serial Killer. Well, so far, Captain Self-Defensor. Okay. So, part 1, outside the quarters, somebody was killed with a gun by Witherall. What are the shells that were mentioned in the first memory? They seem to be referenced in this memory as well. They seem to be the object of desire for the 3 people who are attacking the captain. I'm sure they're considered valuable. They're some sort of valuable object that they are attempting to steal. Okay. So inside the captain's quarters, now we have this guy with the hat. And then let's do this next one. Where's the door to exit the scene? Is it back out here? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I keep holding L2 like I can run, like in Blueprint. Okay. Alright, see? Now, let's double check. This guy had his throat slit. Here we go. 2 knives and a spear, but no gun. See? So now,
let's go find out who this is.
This will be the one who climbed down from the back.
The captain didn't.
And a few later chronologically.
He is just wrecking shop.
Right.
Kick-ass job on the writing goal, Rebecca.
Good job. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Okay, and now the captain's been stabbed. He hits him over the head with the spear. But here's the next body. He's still choking out. Look, because he's moved.
Yeah.
But now the gun's still here on the ground, and here's the other knife. So the captain pulls this knife out of him and throws it on the ground, because that's where we later find it.
Is he naked?
He... Maybe, or maybe he's in shoes. So I'm kind of getting a waist down vibe. So this guy has no hair and rolled up sleeves.
And a beard, and a light coloured beard.
But more importantly, that other room opened. Okay, here's number 3. Here's another corpse. 1 other person was present. So this is him. This is the victim. Yeah, look.
Yep.
Bald hair, rolled up sleeves from the main photo. How did they die? Well, they were clubbed, I think. Oh, I just saw that Eaton was one of them.
I've been expecting that.
He was clubbed by the captain. And then let's take a look at this. There's no dialogue. It's just a fight. What is this? Oh, this is where I'm standing.
Yeah.
That's really smart. Okay. But now look, this other door is open.
Only this door. There's someone in the bed. Yep.
Interesting. That is a person. It's implied they are female. They look ill or asleep or perhaps a corpse. And I bet you they're not on the crew manifest. That door's locked. Okay, still. And here's the captain stabbed. So let's look around a little bit more. But then I think what we need to do is exit the scene and see now if we can get into this room.
Yeah.
And if we'll find the captain's corpse and that other body there, both. Alright, let's take a look around. Yes, please
Good
do
job,
stretch.
Bertus. So many crew members are fucking around and finding out. Yep.
Right. It's interesting that you can't open doors in the memory, which I think is very cool. Ooh, there's some buckets. Okay. Nasty. All right. Okay, we've filled out what we know of that person, which was that they were clubbed by the captain in the captain's quarters. Okay. Right? So yes, see, now the door is open. I bet you that's the captain. Ooh, body is a jumble. Look at the pelvis over there by itself. And there's the gun. See? And then we have whoever this is. Okay. But let's do this in the order the game intends, which is the captain next. Because then this is going to be a clue to earlier in the game. Earlier in the chronology, I'm guessing.
Under 5 minutes off now.
Yeah, alright. So, this is the halfway point of the stream. Exactly as somebody else previously said. Now is the time of stretching. So, let's take our mid-stream break. And then we'll come back and see and watch the captain's death scene. I'm guessing he's bled to death, is my guess. He's barricaded himself in here and bled to death. And then we'll see what this other corpse is.
I'm digging the shit out of this.
This is really good. This scratches the blueprint's itch quite nicely. It's go this way and figure this thing out. Ursula's been talking on on Blue Sky about how doing complex logic puzzles is an excellent way to keep your brain engaged and off of social media doom scrolling right now. And this is in a very similar vein, which I like. Which reminds me, I want to try and download some of those games she recommended.
Copy that. All right, folks.
Let's take a stretch break. Amazing. Also, Wendy, can you do me a favor and copy that line you've just said? Time for a wiggle and a tea and a cat if you have access to one. I may program them into the buttons for Wednesday night streams because I really like that. All right, we'll be back, folks. Is that Nababa? How is he? I know how you feel. Ugh. Would you like another coffee while I'm in the kitchen? I was going to come in. Yeah. There you go. I'm afraid about light on that. What we're doing. This is really cool. I like this. more extensive crime scene investigation. I know. I feel it. Fooled again. There, we spared you all singing CSI theme songs. But my boys are nice and curled up. I'm going to go say hi to them. Aww. Mention of the Baba and his antics has reminded me of the 1930s LARP event I went to last weekend, where there was in character a small mischievous dog in the house, which was out of character, represented by a game runner sometimes walking in and saying, "Narration! Lila drops this in your lap," and leaving one of the characters' notebooks, secret love letters, other compromising material. That sounds amazing!
There's a fantastic graphic novel I reviewed last year, I think called Ghost Speaker, which is about an adorable early 20s orphan in pseudo-fantasy France who speaks to the dead. And there is a lovely beat in there where he's got a client. So I have a ghost, and yeah, you have Claudette, and it just cuts to a mantelpiece where there is a very large, very floofy ghost cat looking just furious at the fact that people can perceive her. And she's standing next to a vase. And in the first panel, she's not moving. In the second panel, her paw is behind the vase. And in the third panel, she just swipes it off the mantelpiece.
Yeah.
And she holds eye contact the whole time, like.
Yeah, that's a cat. That's a cat. Hey, KB, we are playing Return of the Obra Dinn, which is a fantastic supernatural period murder and
CSI Buccaneers, basically.
Yeah, CSI Buccaneers is very much CSI Nassau.
CSI Nassau, I love it.
Which is very, very fun. Right. Angry Ghost Cat. Okay, this is the captain. How did they die? My guess is they bled to death.
Abigail.
Okay.
Your brother. My friend. I shot him.
Okay.
Dead. I'll be with you soon, my love.
Okay, so he's in love with Abigail, who's already dead.
Please forgive me.
All right. Now I have a horrible theory about why it is she's locked in there.
We can also... Did he commit suicide? Holy shit.
I think he's committed suicide.
We can also cross-reference the manifest to find to Abigail and someone with the same surname to connect them.
So he's killed
turned the gun on himself.
And I think she is also dead. And unfortunately, my now theory for why this altercation has occurred is not theft. It doesn't make any sense for it to be cannibalism, though. Look where they are when this happened. They're very nearby other islands. I love the very cheery music. Alright. So, let's figure out his death record here. Okay. Right. Inside the captain's quarters. Here's the corpse. Captain Robert... It's already identified him. He took his own life. I'm not sure if suicide is going to be an option. Suicide? He shot himself, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll get a Pavlovian reaction to the cheery music by the end, right? He shot himself. What's the question mark? This may or may not be correct. Fates are validated in sets of 3. Correctly identify at least 3 people and their fates to have the information typeset into the book.
So identify Abigail and her brother, and that's going to get locked in.
Guided. Oh, okay. That's the help memory. Help menu. Yes. Okay, so let's try and figure out who... No one else was present. Suicide by gun. But yeah, that's what he's doing there, my friends. All right, let's go back into the memory. See? Is it a gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, given that exit wound, He shot himself. The sets of 3 thing is a lifesaver. Haha. Okay. Alright. Okay. Anything else has happened here? He was clubbed in the head and just fell over. Let's look around for a second and see if there's anybody else who's trying to get into here or has appeared on the deck. Because it may be that his is the last death chronologically. And that seems to be the case. This door remains locked. Yeah, that's the gun. Alright, so let's get out of here so that we can start to figure out who Abigail and therefore her brother were. Okay. What does the 4 mean? 4 deaths?
I think so. So
that's
Abigail's brother.
That's Abigail's brother. Don't know who this person is.
Lovely seeing you again, Australian. Have a good one.
Don't know who this person is. This is the captain. And that's it for this chapter. This is so the end. He is the last one who dies.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's... Is there another way to... Is there a faster way to get to the front of the book? No, just hold it down. Alright, okay. Right, now. I want the crew... Okay. So we're looking for somebody named Abigail. Abigail Hoskut Witterell. Okay.
That's the captain's second name.
Captain's last name is Witterell. Robert Witterell.
William Hoskut, second line down.
William Hoskut. So he shot the first mate.
He shot the first mate.
Okay. So it's interesting that she's listed as a passenger and not the captain's wife. Alright, so that means this... Yeah, see? He's no longer blurry. We now are known to have enough information to identify him. And look, they're standing right next to each other, so that makes sense. Unknown soul. This is... Oh, see, look, he's crossed out because we've identified him. The captain. So this is the first mate.
There you go.
Okay. But we don't know who these other 2 people he's in cahoots with were. But now, so it shows 4. So I think that what that means is that each, is there a way to, if I close the book and then open the book again, open the book while the pocket watch is open to flick directly to the relevant page. Okay. But I want the pocket watch to go away and then to open the, okay, fine. Table of contents. Okay. So that was this, the end. We've identified those 4. And then there's all this other stuff. Interesting, okay. Like the X to show where you are and to show the locked doors. It's so simple. Yeah, the environmental design is very clever. That door is locked. Love it. The fact that when you pull out a pocket watch near a body you've already identified, it shows the time.
Yeah.
So now we're going to do it. Yeah, this is our next this is Abigail, as far as we know. So this is our next piece of connective tissue to the narrative, because these 4 bodies were all identified in the chapter called The End. So this is Robert, what's his name? And that's his axe. So now we got to go back. Our next clue is her corpse. This is Abigail. This is the captain's, well, she's got the same last name as the captain, so we're presuming wife. Let's follow Abigail's path now. Here we go. Oh God. There we go. Oh, and she's Scottish.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no. So she was injured on the deck. Oh, look at this!
Oh, we found the beast.
Oh, my God!
Holy shit!
Holy cow! Look at this! Wow! Look at how many people are on deck! Okay, so we've got several people over here.
Almost in the royal family.
I don't... Maybe. Holy cow! Now we know why the beast is the cause of death! Alright, here's somebody taking shots.
2 guns, third one on the floor suggests someone's already been taken down.
Okay, let me back into the scene. I have so much to explore. This is so cool. Okay, which chapter is this? The Doom! Okay. Wow. Alright, okay. The corpse was moved post-mortem because it's now in the captain's quarters. 10 other were present on the deck. Who is this? This is Abigail
Hoskett
Witterer. Yep. She was crushed by rigging. Was crushed by fallen rigging. Well done. 3 fates correct. Oh, see, now it's been typeset as opposed to it being like a post-it note. That's really cool. It's like a progress meter. It ticks over to show. This music sting will also Pavlov. Yes, this is the yes, I've done it. I heard it and felt an instant feeling of achievement. Please put this soundtrack on the acquisition list. Yes, thank you. Oh, what's going on? Why is the thing vibrating?
Is the watch overloaded? I mean, this is a lot of death.
Look at the water. Look at that giant wave coming over the deck. Action.
What the fuck? It's pulsing.
I'm out of time. What's happening here?
Is it me or is it getting blurrier as it goes on?
It wants me to find a point of clarity, I think. See? It's like it's looking for me to...
Track right. There.
Yeah, see?
That is half a person.
Yeah, something horrible's happened there.
This seems bad. Is the trail persistent? Is it leading you somewhere?
I can't move. Oh my gosh!
The fuck?
It's brought me to a different body.
That's half a dude.
You were ripped in half by a beast.
But we would like to thank you for your very distinctive tattoos at this time.
Right? I think that's the guy from Papua New Guinea. Oh, there's something in here.
Little piggy?
It looks like a cute little piggy. Somebody's being thrown a gun to help. This person's hanging onto the capstan. There's another goat or something in there. Oh wow, he's got the little boat. Look!
So that's
three
people
overboard.
Dead. Yeah.
The Doom. Who is this? How did they die? Hi, Ozzy. Okay. So 12
Ozzy, this
others
is a good
were
one.
present.
It's well worth going back.
So we know enough to identify this person, it says. These are other people who were present at the time. But he's not blurry. So it says we have enough information to identify him. Okay. He wasn't eaten. I guess technically, no, he didn't really fall. He was, torn apart, by the beast. Yes, horribly one of the options for cause of death. Alright. It says we have enough information to identify this individual, but I would have to stereotype unknown passenger. They were obviously somebody who'd been sketched, and here's another unknown person. Yeah, I don't want to stereotype in order to identify this person. So let's go through some more of the book. Yeah, there's a lot to identify in here. We've identified Abigail. 10 others were present when she died. Here's several other women who are also not blurry. So it implies we can identify them, but I haven't found their bodies yet. So we'll give it a minute. It says I have enough information to identify this person, but I don't feel like I do. It's doing it again. This person now. I hear more screaming.
Ooh.
What has happened? That looks like an explosion.
That is an explosion with a man's inside it.
Okay.
Also, the ship is at a really upsetting angle.
Right. We got another person going overboard here. That sure looks like an explosion.
Yes, it is basically, I think
like
it was a guided sandbox.
Yeah, that... the tentacle grabbed something, or they threw something at... That looks like an explosion. So whoever that person is, they died of an explosion. The rope was on him. It's hard to make out for sure, but the cloud around it. Yeah, it is not at all linear, no. There's a lot of... You're going to have to make a lot of inference.
Wait a goddamn second, it's February.
Yeah?
Aren't we getting the new Scarlet Hollow in like 2 weeks?
I don't know. Alright, so this person... Throw the powder. Yeah, okay. You died of an explosion. Exploded. Okay, and their body is there. 5 others were present. None of whom I can identify.
Yep, Scarlet Hollow, Chapter 5, 13th of February.
But Blake Manor! Oh no!
We'll just keep playing.
We're gonna have to figure something out. Alright, before I have to leave, let's see if we can find some other bodies. These couple of people have now been knocked downstairs, it looks like.
There's a guy who's about to get ripped apart.
Yeah, he's not dead yet. All I know about him is that he has a sword and he has distinctive tattoos. Yeah, look at the angle of the door.
That's very bad.
This person, I think, is also gonna get carried away because look, he's all tangled up in ropes. That's the door I exit through. I just want to see much more of the scene I can investigate. Okay. There's another tentacle over here. What's it doing? It's just here so far. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to get to go down into the next deck before terribly much longer. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, see, now this is open. The gun deck is open. Alright. That might have been the tentacle that grabs the person with tattoos. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Okay. It looks like the piggy escaped. Because see that the cage is broken.
I'm rooting for the piggy.
And the goat cage is absent. This is only just like a memory of a body. There isn't an actual body, which is interesting. Alright, so I want to look at the book for a moment. Because see how it says on the gun deck? I think that's the clue that says next where you want to go next. And there's also on the bow. Okay, on the bow, on the gun deck. It says we can identify this person, but I don't know how we're supposed to identify them other than to make the assumption that he's from Papua New Guinea because he has tattoos. And I don't want to do that. This is the stone, so let's go up on the bow then. We found this person. This is tattoos who got pulled apart. There's nothing else here. Is the guy on the rowboat still here? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no, fuck this, I'm not getting up there.
Alright. So it looks like now we go down into the gun deck. Oh yeah. We got lots of bodies. Alright. We've got multiple... I'm just going to explore a little bit. We've got multiple guns. We've got some locked doors. Storage and supplies. This gun was moved. Oh, this person was crushed by a gun.
Yeah.
Oof. I need to try and get around. I think that's as far around as I'm going to get this. Oh, look at the side of the vessel there. It's ripped in. Oh yeah, see, I can get through. Here we go. Yeah, that one got ripped. Yeah, that's a corpse we need to identify. We'll come back to that. And then here's a bunch of doors, most of which are unlocked. More guns. Bunch of unlocked doors. We have the map for the what these are. This is probably the mess and the Jakes. Looks like a punching bag. Maybe a punching bag. Alright. So, let's do what the game wants us to do. Oh, and then here's this other set of stairs, but that's covered right now. Okay. This is a bunch of cargo. Blah, 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 blah. Let's do this body next. He got crushed by a gun. Oh.
Oof.
Crushed by a gun. So here's the other two who fell from the top deck.
I mean,
Thank you, Wendy.
There is no un-gnarly way to die in a situation like this, but we're like 5 for 5 on gnarly ass ways to die.
These two, we don't know where they died yet, but this guy died right here.
That dude looks like he's getting his head taken off for good measure.
Ooh, and there's several other people in here. Okay. Oh, man. Ouch. Yeah, he caught it.
Right in the throat.
And look at how the wood's cracked.
Yeah. He's mulch.
Crushed by a gun. This unknown soul died gnarly. All right. On the gun deck, this corpse. So whoever they were lower rank because he says sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
There were other people present. This person we can now identify. He's called sir. So he's an officer. I want to come back to you. Wait a minute, hold on. Because this is the captain and the first mate, if I remember correctly. This is the captain and the first mate. Second mate, maybe?
Yeah.
Good candidate. Okay. How did they die? They were crushed by a cannon. But I don't have a name for them. Okay. Oh, here we go again. And it wants me to go follow it to this body over here. Because it's within the flashback.
That's half a dude.
Oh, somebody literally lost their head, it looks like. I'm gonna hit snooze real quick. Hang on. You have to go slow enough I can follow you. Not go in circles. Okay. How did you die, my friend?
I'm gonna hazard a guess. This is either a cannonball to the face or a tentacle situation. The tentacle situation.
Oh no. No!
Oh Jesus fuck. That is unpleasant. Come on now. That's just uncouth.
This individual got...
He got cannonballed.
He got cannoned.
Right in the face.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, see, this cannon fired backwards and hit him.
As the tentacle is dragging him sideways. Dragging the cannon sideways too.
Oh yeah, you're right, look. That's the tentacle grabbing the cannon, which then fires and hits this guy. Yeah, hopefully he died instantaneously, because that's nasty. There's three other people in here, including tattoos.
My black little Final Destination loving heart is looking at all these unusually creative, obtuse deaths going, oh, well done. Jolly good.
Oh, there's two people there who died. Okay.
So I'm guessing Top Hat is who just got cannoned in the face.
Let's see. The fuse. Neither one of them we have enough information to identify. Exploded? No, they were. I think they were shot by struck.
I'd go shot.
No, shot by cannon.
Ozzy, if you haven't seen the new one, it's a very good time.
But he wasn't killed by an attacker.
Beast.
Blasted by a cannon by a terrible beast. And again, blasted by a cannon by a terrible beast.
Ship's back early. Beast. Beast's haunted. What? Beast's haunted.
That seems to be the conclusion. Right? The cannon was shot because the tentacle pulled on it. And wait a minute.
there another dude under that?
That's the second guy. He was crushed by the cannon. This is the guy who was shot by the cannon. Can we find the top hat? Is that the top hat there, or is that a cannonball? That's a cannonball.
Looks like a cannonball to me.
All right. Well, we'll have to come back. No, here's the top hat right there. Okay,
right
okay. So the guy without the top hat was crushed, but the guy with the top hat was shot by the cannon that the beast was pulling. Okay, remember that for after we do this next one, because we're going to have to come back once we get names for these people anyway.
Top hat was shot, non-top hat was crushed.
Right. Oh yeah, here he is. Here's the guy who was crushed. I think it wants me to come over here. I'm assuming you're going to come right back here. No, it's another person who's...
yes, you're already at the nicknaming the dead guy's face. Good, good. Yep, making good progress.
Okay. Here was another one. He was also crushed by a cannon. Did he get burned?
He's... Oh, lads. Oh, that's going to leave a fucking mark. So, he's been crushed against the side of the deck by the cannon the tentacle is grabbing. And it would appear that one of our most recent victims... I mean, they're holding on to the cannon as it's about to fire.
Right.
They're holding on to the fun end.
So these are the two who just got shot by it. Where's the top hat? There it is. Yep.
Crikey Moses.
So this happened, then that other scene happened. So they went to help this guy who's been, again, crushed by a cannon.
That's death by ship, beast, and cannon all at once. That's
right?
Just like... Oh, my brother in Christ.
Wow. Okay, we're going to have to wrap up here pretty quick. We're running out of... I don't know how you died. The other 6 people present.
Thank you, buddy. Boutique swearing is a big part of my aesthetic.
Again, crushed by a cannon. He wasn't crushed by he was he? Or are we going to do...
We talking top hat or non-top hat?
No, the most recent guy was crushed by a cannon.
Crushed by cannon. Or, yeah, try crushed by cannon.
That's what I put, crushed by a cannon.
Yeah.
This one was blasted with a cannon by a terrible beast. He was, but then this guy was crushed by a cannon.
You're on page 3 of 3.
I know. Crushed by a loose cannon. Crushed by a loose cannon. Blasted with a cannon by the beast.
These lads just had minus
and
fun.
This guy was crushed by a loose cannon as well.
I just... Poor non-top hat, because they'll only be known by what he isn't.
Right. I still don't have names for these individuals. Boutique swearing is a big part of my aesthetic. Yes, very much so. Okay, if we can, this is an excellent place to
12 crew nil.
Stop. Now, we don't have the death of this other officer yet. Oh, we're just seeing one little paw sticking out the top of... decapitated by cannon. You know, there is not there does not seem to be a. Oh, see, you don't have information to determine this person's identity. I want to hang on a second. It does give me the manifest for this person, though, and I don't know why, and again, without being stereotypical, which I don't enjoy. It says 4 memories. Yeah, he's been in a lot of different places. He's the only one that we can identify. All right, I think that's about. I'm hoping. Right. Can I save the game at any point? How do I exit the game?
You can stop. Make it stop.
All right. So the tentacle grabbed this guy's cannon and squished him, crushed by cannon. Then the cannon fired and it shot Top Hat here, and then it crushed the other guy here. That's the order of operations. See, these other 3 people, including, we've got tattoos here. These other 2 people are still trying to fire. Oh, 4 people. This individual's about to get crushed by a cannon as well, I think. Because look at the angle of the deck and where the cannon is. Wow. This scene was chaos. Can I open any of these doors? Not in a memory. Alright. So my hope is now, folks, I'm going to try and exit this memory and we'll end here for now because we're just about at time. And we can, thank goodness. I was afraid that the game was going to be like, no, follow another clue. There's so many bodies. Crushed. We've investigated your death. We've investigated your death. Just going to take another quick second here. Aren't any bodies here, so these folks made it out. And then we have the memories of what happened with these folks, these 3, with Top Hat and the other 2. Did you guys record not Top Hat's cause of death? Yes. See, so we have Top Hat was blasted by a cannon by the beast, and then the other person was crushed by a loose cannon, and then this other one was also crushed by, but it wasn't a loose cannon. He was kind of crushed by the beast, really. But, you know, he was crushed by a cannon, so. I just saw a tweet that says, if you want millennials to come to Hooters, put some real owls in there. This is not a joke tweet. Folks, apologies. It looks like the ad break has caught us. So when we come back from the ad break, we will wrap up the stream. I'm just going to take a look around here for a second. Yeah, that's where the cannon broke through. There's the other cannon. Wait a minute. It shows that there's another cannon in this little room.
Yeah.
Open this little door. Yeah, there's another cannon that's been put in this person in this room, which is very strange. And then this is a bunch of cargo that's been lashed down. Oh, there's blood coming out from under that door and a knife. Look. Yeah, I think this is where we'll start next time, is we'll investigate these rooms. but not for now. I'm trying to find out if there is a... It's auto-saved, it says. Great. So let's wait for the ad break to finish, and we'll wrap up. This is so cool! I'm just going to look around a little bit more. This ship had a lot of guns.
That's the other weird thing. They had this awful shit happen, but they must have got clear, because
this isn't the end.
Yeah, and also you're looking at 4 cannons that have been stored.
Right? They obviously cleaned up now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 rooms there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms here. Something has happened here because there is a knife and blood coming from under that door.
And I mean,
it's
not ideal. You can see the kind of improvised
secured
barricade they've got going on.
It's not even a barricade. I think it's just get that out of the way because we have to fire cannons. Yeah, see, this is where that one guy got crushed. Because see how this is all cracked and there's his body? But whatever happened next happened fast enough that they didn't police bodies after the Kraken attack.
Yeah.
Because everything is still out. All of the Kraken attack... well, most of them.
Most of them.
Some of them are gone. This guy's body's still there.
Yeah, it's interesting that
which bodies are out and which aren't, you know? Interesting. Right, okay, let's go. I'm going to leave us here because there are 8 rooms down here, like at least 6 of which are unlocked that we will investigate next, including this one, which has a bloody knife leading to it. So this will be where we will resume, everyone. Okay. I think there is a quit to title. There we go. And it did say auto-saved. Quit to title, please. This is fascinating and fun and cheery.
Nice. I like it.
There already is a Kraken room. Yeah. Kraken attack. Yeah, exactly. Right, everybody. Sorry for running a little bit late. And let's talk about what's coming up this week.
This Wednesday, it's just me because Marguerite's in New York from tomorrow to Friday.
Yep.
And we're going to CrossFit 6 hours after she gets back in the country.
Not 6. Closer to 12.
Closer to 12. Wednesday's just going to be me. We're figuring out at the moment whether I'm going to start building the Lego tool mech from Horizon Forbidden West, or whether it's just going to do like office hours. Just do like a couple of hours of co-working, and if you've got a project you want to do, I'll be there, and we'll check in and see how we're getting on.
Yep.
And then on Sunday...
There will be no full id this
No full id this week. We're on a break because Marguerite is superhuman, but...
Not that quite superhuman.
I didn't want to go, here, please edit this thing on the other side of the Atlantic. Thank you. And then Sunday we're back on the Obra Dinn.
Yeah! Man, what a tragedy of errors has befallen this vehicle. Which will be fun to discover. I have no idea how many... There's 60 deaths to investigate.
Yep. And I've only seen about 5 people go overboard, and I'm fairly certain those are going to be just they dead. Write them off.
Yeah, but how do we identify them in the manifest then, right? You know, I don't think we'll be able to identify absolutely positively everyone.
Tragedy of Kraken.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Have a fantastic time with the rest of your week, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we will be back on next Sunday.
Back on next Sunday. I've been Alistair.
I've been Marguerite.
And this ship has had no manner of luck at all. We'll see you next time.
Have a good one, folks. Hearing notes of REM. See, I get very, like, Danny Elfman meets... Which is the Black Flag, the Good Assassin's Creed on the pirate.
Oh,
yeah.